would say.
Hello, and welcome to the Chronicles of Yarnia, the podcast from Montclair's local yarn store. I am Jen.
Amanda.
Kathleen.
And we're the team behind Yarnia. This is a podcast all about knitting and crocheting and stuff you can do with yarn and, you know, take your pick. And we digress a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But not so much today.
Not so much today because we're on a deadline.
I'm
not
on a
on a
deadline.
deadline.
No,
she's on.
yeah, I am.
I'm on a deadline too. Not as tight as Amanda's, but
I'm the only one who's not.
I'm going to disappear halfway through. But not as briefly as I was here last time.
mm-hmm.
Where she just popped in magically through the magic of editing.
And hopefully we don't leave Jen alone at the end of this.
It's going to be like the farewell symphony where like
oh my God,
players
then
just walk off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ramble and like God only knows what kind of editing Amanda's gonna have to do, and I'll probably like figure out to
Leave
turn
it all
off the
Just
camera.
leave it all in.
I know this is the problem. That's where I'll just curse. It'll be fine.
Woo!
Then she won't leave it in.
And then she'll have to.
Or
beep.
she'll just beat me.
She'll have to beep. Beep
What
and bleep.
would you use to beat me the last time? It was a
Jen's bad words.
bad words.
That was a long time ago.
That was. I've been so good.
You have,
I put
definitely.
concerted effort into it.
We can tell. We can totally tell.
Thank you. This is episode
I didn't write it down intentionally.
70? No.
No. Higher.
80?
No.
74.
Lower.
73.
Yes.
Yay!
It is episode 73. Which
It
is hard
only
to
takes
believe.
me how many times? Seriously, one day I'm just gonna like guess it out of the blue.
Oh, like I did Wordle yesterday.
Did you get it first
My
try?
starter word was the word yesterday.
Are you kidding?
What's your starter word?
Wow.
Well, I have to change it now. It was because obviously it will never be the starter word again. There, Their.
Oh,
What's
that's a
my
good
starter word?
one.
Oh, I mustn't have done that day. I kind of do it half and half. I usually do it after midnight if I'm going to do it at all.
Oh, yeah.
I do it at like 12:30, so I'm like often a day off, as like people would say.
My new word is opera.
Oh,
And that
that's
was
a good one.
Not the word today.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan, I can't remember what he figured out, like, whatever starter word is the, you know, like, optimum whatever vowels and crap.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do Wordle. I am terrible at word games. And
Really?
I'm a horrible speller. You asked me what a 5-letter word is. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
I never get it in less than 3 because I like to do acids root because
that's
you've
a
got the
good
A and the I,
one.
and then you've got the other 3 vowels in there, and then
Yeah.
the RT. But honestly, even with that, I rarely get it in less than 4. But it's fun. It's just a fun challenge.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I rarely get it in less. Well, 3 or 4 is probably my average. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan's gotten a couple in 2 where I was like,
wow,
dang.
I know. Paula Fields, one of our customers, Paula Fields, she is impressive. Whenever she often posts 2, like more than anyone else I've seen.
I'm impressed.
I don't know how, and it's so funny because Jean will start before me, and then I'll be like, because once I get on it, I'm like, I just want to figure it out and move on to the next thing, and he'll be still fighting with it. I'm like, you want a clue?
Oh,
well, especially when it's a double vowel or something.
Yeah.
That's one of those.
I have a friend who doesn't play, but who is extremely good at word games. And so sometimes I'll send him like a snapshot of my screen when I know there's only one possible word left, but I can't figure out what it is. I'm like, I know you know what this is. But do not tell me what it is. I will tell you when I figure it out. And then we can 3, 2, 1, what's the word?
Yeah. See, I
But-
think that it's funny because Jonathan is also very good at crossword puzzles. My mom is exceptional at crossword puzzles, like does the Sunday Times in ink still on paper every time, every week.
That takes practice.
It's 100% a skill. It's a skill you learn.
Yeah, I was doing it when we were all doing it at lunchtime at work once, like back when I was at Prudential a long time ago. There was a office, and we did we ate lunch together every day and did the Times crossword puzzle every day. It was like
so cute.
the best work environment ever. But yeah, you definitely get better with practice.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And now, after 15 years later, there's no way that I would be nearly.
Well, it's
Maybe I can do Monday. halfway.
There's a strategy, and like my problem is that the way I approach that kind of like a crossword puzzle, I'm like based on the knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Where I'm like, none of these like wordplay trick spell shorts. No, thank you. Don't like it. But if you're like, you know, who directed Star Wars? I'd be like Lucas. Right?
Yeah,
like I know it based on the knowledge.
A lot of them are puns. A lot of them are puns, and it's like what kind of. I've been doing the New York Times Mini, because Haley does that. She actually put this on one of her college applications, that her proudest moment was completing the New York Times Mini in 13 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
That is impressive.
But you actually, I did it in 19 seconds the other day.
Nice.
Because it's one of those things, if you get all of them across on the first try, then you don't make typos.
Right.
The thing is, she doesn't make typos, those little fast fingers who have always texted.
Growing up texting.
Meanwhile, I do voice dictation and correct, you know. It's like, obviously not for that, but... Yeah, I don't have that same kind of ability to, even when I know the word, to type it right the first time.
See, this
fat thumbs, as I say.
This is why
we should start a Wordle Ravelry thread in our.
Oh my gosh, we should start a Wordle Ravelry.
Well, this actually, all right, I'll put a couple of these up.
You can start a project on Ravelry for Wordle. Add your pictures. And then just like add to the chat.
This was one of my proudest ones. Look at that.
That was a good one. She got it in 3.
I got it in 3 with no right letters in the right places until the third one.
That's the only Wordle I'm good at is the Sweardle.
And there's Heardle. There's Heardle now.
The Heardle I'm quite good at, actually. That one
we've been doing.
What's that?
Heardle is
it's like Name That Tune. It's basically Name That Tune, which
and
we always said my mom should be on when we were little kids.
Terrible. I'm much better at.
I love that. It's so fun.
The kind of like, you know, challenge games or whatever that are based in trivia and knowledge. So like I do a trivia, I do Learned League every day for the seasons. Jonathan also does Learned League and is annoyingly in a much better, higher Rendell. Learned League is an online trivia game that you go head to head with people answering questions, 6 questions a day, and you don't cheat. And
else?
Yeah, it's
just
honor
the honor
system.
system.
You can get booted out if they discover you're cheating. And my problem is I will get the answers correct, but you also have to do a defense point thing. So you assign points for one of the 6 questions. 1, 0
that you think people won't get.
0, 1,
what do you
1,
think is the easiest?
2, 2, and 3. And so if they get the question right, you don't get any points. If they get the 3 question wrong, you get 3 points. Nice. I'm terrible at the defense, but I'm good at the knowledge.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It's I have to say, it's quite hard. But they also have mini leagues and one day, and I will say I won the alcohol mini league.
I always do all the alcohol categories on Jeopardy.
Very happy about that one. I was very, very pleased.
Oh man.
Yeah, I did well with that. But that kind of knowledge I'm good at, but like the words and the wordplay and the puns, I'm like, it makes me mad.
It definitely is one of those things, though.
Or were you ever on like the quiz team in school?
We didn't have one.
Oh, we did.
We didn't have one either.
But
my school was too
I grew
small.
up in Huntsville, Alabama, which is like where all of NASA is.
Yeah, exactly. All
and
space stuff.
The kids at my high school were all kids of rocket scientists, so they like dominated the science and the math and all that kind of stuff. I was peripheral on the team. I did music, and we were also in Alabama, and I did Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Extremely good at Bible knowledge, classical music, and a little bit of like literature.
Cool.
But mostly, and then they covered every other category.
That's the thing, you need that balance on a team
literally
like
just
that.
sit there and do nothing until Bible questioned them.
Amanda. I am.
Which opera did blah blah blah, right?
My friend Amy and I are no longer allowed to play any form of Trivial Pursuit or trivia games together on the same team, as determined by other people that we play with.
You have very complementary knowledge.
We have very similar knowledge and complementary knowledge and random knowledge, and it really just
Oh man, you remember we did the quiz bowl for Yarnia for
the Warlock trivia.
Yeah, that was fun.
Maybe I should do that.
Maybe we should do that again.
That would be super fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Comment below if you were in the first Warlock trivia. What was that? 2 years ago?
It was a trivia knit night.
Knit night.
Yes, that was fun.
It was like quiz bowl, trivia knit night.
Yeah, we absolutely should do that. I know
oh my gosh, we should do that. That was fun.
That was super fun. Let's plan that for
All
Wool
right.
Walk.
Speaking of the
down.
Wool Walk, the Wool Walk is coming up. The New
Yes.
Jersey Wool Walk is a week long. It is coming up beginning April 23rd.
It's a Saturday.
Which is a Saturday through May
1st. Which is the following Sunday.
The following Sunday.
9 days later.
I'm a little bummed I'm going to be missing the first day.
I know. The first day is often, it's like
Wait,
crazy.
why are you
but
missing
very
the first
fun.
day?
Because we're traveling.
Coming
It's
back
spring
from
break.
spring break.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's public school spring break is the week prior, so we are
Yep.
traveling that
back.
Saturday and Sunday.
I think we're just
So-
doing like a little 3-day Wednesday, Thursday, Friday thing.
Well, we are going on our first like actual vacation.
That'd be nice.
We're going to Turks and Caicos.
Oh.
I'm very excited.
Oh, yay.
I'm a little paranoid, but
May
it'll
you-
be okay.
May you have more rest on your trip than I had on mine.
Oh God, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm kicking those kids to the kids club, and I'll be like, "See you later." Mom's gonna go sit by the pool, and drink a drink.
I feel like my whole day was figuring out where, because each one of them was in a different age group.
Yeah.
Mm.
So who was supposed to be at which activity at which time, and then as soon as I dropped one off, I had to pick another one up.
Oh,
And I had to
no.
like go
Oh,
to the
Lord.
next thing.
It's just like regular life.
It
right?
was like regular life,
But prettier.
much
True.
prettier,
Nicer environment, right?
and
Aw.
with a pina colada,
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
which does make the whole thing a little.
who are we kidding? That's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
But
And
yes.
sometimes they were late, and I got to sit and wait for them.
good. Oh, that's so nice. You're like, oh, great. I'm just gonna sit here in the lovely tropics.
And somebody's like, "Are you okay? Are you busy? Do you need something?" I'm like, "No,
I am just fine.
I need quiet.
I need this kid to be later."
Right. So if you haven't already, if you're local to New Jersey, make sure you're planning out your Wool Walk. There are a bunch of stores to visit. Do we know how many?
20.
20.
That's so
20 stores
nice.
this year.
So
It's
awesome.
Definitely the most that we've
the
ever
most
had
in
in
a
the
while,
time
right?
that,
That's
yeah.
only
that
2
I'm-
a day, and 2 days you go on the
Exactly.
Saturdays. Go to 3 stores.
Honestly, it's
Yeah.
so much more doable over the course
Yeah.
of a week
The
than over
nine-
the
well,
course
it
of
used to
3
be-
days.
It's 9 days, yeah.
It used
So
to be
it's
3 or 4 days. I thought
3
it was-
days. It was
Four.
Oh, no,
Four.
4.
Used to be
Thursday, Friday,
Thursday.
Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, you're
Are
right.
they
Yeah.
ever going back to that, or are we all happy
No,
with
I
9
think-
days?
I like
I think
9
people
days.
like the 9 days because, you know, if people have things on one weekend, they've got the other weekend.
Yeah.
But it definitely is also, you know, shop early for the best selection.
Oh,
because
true.
Well,
certainly
true.
for
Of
us.
both yarn and Girl Scout cookies.
That's right.
That's
Our
right. Oh, which
our
reminds me.
thing for the
Yeah,
Wool Walk.
we're not doing a trunk show, we're doing Girl Scout cookies.
We have Girl Scout cookies.
And
But
also,
I need to get some for Haley. She forgot to get some when she was here last week.
oh, better reserve it.
Well, tell me now,
I
because
will,
I've
I
got
will.
so Do-si-dos are sold out in all of northern New Jersey.
Oh no! That's
Whoa.
the one.
S'mores are sold out in all of New Jersey.
I'm okay with that.
Tag-alongs. Haley would like a couple of boxes of tag-alongs.
I have some Do-si-dos and I have some s'mores.
I would love a box of Do-si-dos, please, for me.
If you want either of those, I suggest Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Because those are going
This
to...
Saturday?
No.
No.
Oh,
Wool Walk
that's
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, okay.
We'll
Wool
walk
Walk
first
Saturday.
thing Saturday. If those
Okay.
are like your, oh my goodness, I haven't been able to find them because they aren't at booth sales. They've been sold out like
Wow.
from
Yeah,
before cookie delivery. They were gone.
They did a lot of well, it's funny. Usually with pre-sales we hear about it. We didn't hear about it this year.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing people posting, you know, on the local Facebook groups, oh, if you didn't pre-order, we still will have some. But I'm like, pre-order? No one asked me to pre-order.
I need that pre-order.
Yeah.
No, or you could just come by on Saturday,
Mhm, yes, if you're
the
here.
first day of the
The
Wool Walk,
23rd.
the 2 and snap up your Do-si-dos and your s'mores.
Samoas, I have 6 cases of Samoas, 6 cases of Thin Mints. I've
Nice.
got plenty of tags. So
Mhm,
the rest are probably fine. Although the cookie sale ends at the end of this month, so it's not like I can reorder and get more stock.
Right.
No, for
Once the
sure.
Wool Walk starts.
So if it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
Although, and I will tell you, Abby is an amazing sales lady.
She is.
So I would say, even if you're not coming for the Wool Walk, if you just happen to be walking by the Watchung Plaza area, she will get you to buy some cookies.
She will. She's quite the little
There are
salesperson.
many random dad or yarn husband or random person, teenager walking by,
Yeah.
coming in during the Wool Walk being like, she told me to buy this. And I said, okay. And we're
How
like,
can you
good
turn
job,
down
girl.
Abby? How can you turn down
Can't
Abby?
turn down Abby. Plus also Girl Scout cookies, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So the Wool Walk will be super exciting. We just, last night, were one of the co-hosts of the New Jersey Wool Walk. what do they call it?
Stitch and
Chats.
Stitch and Chat,
Yep.
exactly.
Which are virtual on Zoom, and they're Monday evenings, so you can
I'll
check
put the
those
calendar down below.
I think there may only be one more. I think
so,
there's,
too.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'll put it down below. If you're watching this
Sorry.
when it comes out, then you'll be able to see
It'll
it on
be
Monday.
2 weeks from
2
yesterday.
weeks. Okay,
So, yeah,
you've got plenty of time.
Got lots of time.
Yep.
If
Yeah.
you're
Lots of
subscribed and see
Exactly.
this when it comes out.
So, yeah.
If you're catching up, well, welcome from the future.
Oh.
The past says welcome. So that's exciting coming up. And then we also have we have a bunch of spring yarns coming in. I'm excited for.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta look through because we wrapped up our winter sweater class. I still have not finished my winter sweater, the retro pullover.
Mm-hmm. Well, we think there's only one person that has, right? As far as we know.
I mean, it was a challenge sweater, but
definitely.
everybody got through. A ton of people got through all of the hard parts, and then it's just finishing the body.
It's just doing the rest of the knitting, basically.
That's the hard. That's the longest part.
Yeah.
But I need to start thinking about the summer sweater.
Show how it looks on Marcella?
Yes, let's show how it looks on Marcella, who's finished it.
Congrats, Marcella.
Marcella.
Marcella came in and I told her she was wearing her sweater. I was like, I have to take a picture of you right now. Okay.
On our last class, she was binding off her sleeve.
Wow.
I was so.
She's been working on it at midnight, and it's just amazing. Everyone's just loving it.
She really got into the rhythm, and everybody did such a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I love that sweater. You guys will see mine in a minute. How far I am, but I need to start thinking about the summer sweater class.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we have a couple of summer sweater classes already going on the calendar.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Saysha's
doing the Soul.
The Soul Tank. Which is super cute. That's a really...
I'm thinking about knitting along with that one. It's really pretty.
A lot of good options for that one, too. It's a really pretty, V-neck top.
It would be pretty in summer solstice.
Oh, it would be really pretty in summer solstice. We did I almost wore last year's summer sweater today.
Mm-hmm, that's right. That was...
But it was a little
chilly today.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, we should talk about what we're wearing.
We should.
I am
I'm not
wearing
anything knitted.
Oh.
I know.
That's all right.
I thought about it, but then I didn't.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing the Love Note by Tin Can Knits, and this is in Fairy Floss by Knitted Wit in Watery Tart, and Ba La Jolla in something.
One of the colors of the month that worked
One
really
of the
well
colors
with it.
of the month.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So pretty.
So this was the first one I made. This was the shop sample for a while. I need to reblock it though because it's just been. I just took it back from the store and just wore it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I do love it.
Oh
It's
my
perfect for today because it's a little chilly, but it's sunny.
Yeah.
I wore mine
So it's
yesterday.
warm.
Yes, you were wearing yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I made mine in just in Tosh DK because I'm allergic to mohair. Actually, do you know what? I need to go get a tissue. I think it's the closeness of the mohair.
Oh no, it's the mohair. it's making Kathleen.
It's so sad.
Sorry.
I wish no. I mean, it's
right.
it's my crazy body, you know.
I know. I have another one of these also in Knitted Wit TK.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or Knitted Wit Fingering Hill Double. I can't remember which.
I forget. Or Tosh Fingering Hill Double?
Maybe it was Tosh Fingering Hill Double?
I've never knit one of these.
It's such a fun knit.
It's
It
such a
really
fun
is.
knit.
You know
I was
who's done
tempted.
a bunch of them? Professor Pearl in the Portland area. She's a big fan of the Love Note.
Yeah.
I'm like, this one and Ranunculus, I want to knit one, and some other project always comes up that I've got higher priority on.
That's me with Ranunculus.
Yeah.
I
have the yarn
definitely
in
want to
mine.
make my second Ranunculus. I wore my Zoe Ranunculus on Sunday
Oh.
to a family party. It was really...
That's what I have. I have saved, earmarked for my Ranunculus is Zoe.
Yeah, it's really...
Which is the cotton
Really nice
linen
and-
blend, a little thick thin. It's really cute.
Mm-hmm. So I am going to run and go get a tissue.
I'm sorry!
So we're back.
And we're back.
Yes. So,
What are you wearing?
So I'm wearing my Saraya.
Yay!
So fun. Whoops. That's Gene. He's probably off his call.
Here, take it off. Let's hold it up.
All right. Yeah.
Because this is your finished object.
This is
Finished.
this is my one finished object for this.
Yeah.
Understandably.
Woo.
What's the name of this color?
Cocoa. Kokko. I
So
love it.
pretty.
And I
So
love it
nice.
in any base, but in the Corey worsted, which has like a dark undertone,
Yes.
it has so much dimension.
It
It's
really does.
It's just amazing. Whoops.
The
So
depth
sorry.
The depth of color on this is gorgeous.
It's so pretty.
Just
so
stunning
pretty.
in person.
I love the way these cables block out. They're
look at
they're
the
so nice and
definition.
round, kind of. It's really Saysha is a brilliant designer. So
yes,
if you are in the store or you come out of the store,
Yes.
you should look at the one in the window because it is just stunning.
It is
I'm
so
looking
stunning.
at
So
it
happy
now
to
and I'm
have
like,
this
it's
shawl.
just so beautiful.
Yeah.
So
this is going to get a lot of
beautiful.
wear next fall and on chilly days for now.
and
for
you
sure.
guys took
Still
an
wear.
amazing picture for Pie Day.
Yes, you definitely got to put that in.
Pie Day
Yep.
picture.
I'll put
Yep.
that in for sure.
Yeah. I'll make a note that we need that.
Wow, I'll hear it when I
love
edit the
it.
podcast.
Yeah.
This is just beautiful.
Thank you. I'm so happy with it, and I'm really. I mean, I try to when we're doing a knit along. I really try to finish during the time because.
Well,
it's
otherwise
just,
it lingers forever.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
I thought you were going to go fade.
Oh yeah. Fade.
Oh boy, yeah.
Lingers forever.
Uh-huh.
One day.
Mhm.
One day it'll happen.
Oh.
One day. You'll
So,
all be shocked when
Do
it
we
does.
have any other finished objects?
I do.
All right, let's talk about your
Yay.
finished objects, and then
This
we'll talk about other cow
This was
stuff.
part of my Make 9.
Yay! Oh,
Yay.
that's right, the little pants.
I
Oh,
finished
so cute.
I finished 2 baby pants in January for friends, and I finished finally a pair for Teddy Bear.
Oh.
So
cute.
this is the largest size of Mini Mode's Imrebukse, which are little pants for little boys or girls, right? Little
Little
leggings.
Like
Yeah.
little knitted leggings, they're so cute.
Yeah, and I haven't let him wear them yet, but I think I'll get a few wears out of them now. And this one is 12 to 24 months, so this will be great for next winter too. And I know I think 10 to 24, but like he's been wearing his 6 to 10 month size, like as recently as a couple weeks ago. But they're
Knitting
getting
is
sort of
stretchy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're more tights now than pants.
Whatever. They keep it warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So anyway, I knit this out of Sugarbush Crisp, which I love.
The late lamented Sugar Rush
The
Crisp.
I know. Which we still have a little bit of though.
We do. We have a little
Yeah.
bit.
This took me, so those are 50 gram balls of DK.
Yep.
And this, the biggest size, took me 4 balls.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, more like
Yeah,
3.5.
200
So
grams.
200 grams.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, I just love this in this pattern. I think it's just like the great squishy, plumpy
It's so
woolly
cute.
pants. And it has a little I-cord pull, so it stays up, which is really easy for me. Just tie them on and they stay on.
Yeah.
So fun.
I love these. Yay!
It's funny, there have been
That's my
people
first
making knitted pants for adults. I think it could be fun to make something like that.
Yeah.
That would be the coziest thing.
I helped Erica with some of the fit for her pants. I am like, now I remember why I hate fitting pants.
And she's really tall too. And she's a cyclist, so she's got really big thighs.
She's tall and she's a cyclist, but it's also just like there's a lot of
different points. Things
a
can
lot
be
of
different,
different
right?
points,
Yeah,
and a
there
lot
really
of ways
are.
that like the way that you fit pants to fit like the rise and the and the waist and it's not necessarily intuitive. It's like a deeper rise. Anyway? The way that you shape something doesn't necessarily
people
make
are
sense.
used to all those adjustments on at the top. They're not used to it on the bottom. It's definitely not like the thing you deal with very often.
Back, otherwise it look like you're
Exactly. Although, if you have a baby who needs that, then you do the short row so that you get their little bubble butt.
Exactly.
Yes.
Which
but
is
I don't want my butt to look like a baby butt.
No.
Thank you. Thank you. But yeah. So, any other finished objects?
I do not have finished objects. I do have 10 minutes.
All right. So let's go to your
what
whips.
else do you have? Yeah.
All right. I brought one-ish. I brought 2 whips.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I'm working on right now. I'm working on my Pokemon squares.
Pokemon.
Do we have any more sets of this colors?
I don't remember which gem is that?
This is the. I have the card here.
Yeah.
This is the Fuchsia City, the ones with all the purples.
That is a really good question. I think there may be 1 or 2 left.
Okay.
I do.
I thought there was 1 or 2. Okay.
I moved it back by all the individual minis, which somebody came in on the weekend and bought out almost all the rest of our minis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I bet they have a fun project going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these, this is the Molly. Yeah, so these are the Molly Girl mini Skein set, the Pokemon that are 5 are coming out every, we'll call it
Monthish.
So
we should have a new set fairly soon.
On occasion, yes, we will have. And I started this one. I haven't showed it on the podcast because it came. I wanted to start because I had totally caught up, and I didn't want to get like super backlogged. Mm-hmm. So I went ahead and opened these and started on them before I presented them here on the podcast. But the next one, I'll have another set next episode, so in 2 weeks. But I'll go ahead and show you the colors in this one, Fuchsia City, which if you play Pokemon, that's the one with the mansion, the haunted mansion.
Oh yeah, so it's like the ghosties.
Yes, yeah.
Or dark? Are they dark or are they ghost? They might be ghost.
So they're ghost. Mm-hmm. And then there's a little psychic and a little poison thrown in there.
We'll mix. Mix.
So let's see. I have my cheat sheet on the back. So I don't have skeins because I have squares for some of them. So this is Drowsy.
Nice.
Cute.
Yeah, he does little
I love his little stubby fingers.
I know, he's so cute.
So this is Drowsy. And look at that. I love the peachy pops in here.
Yeah, the little
See
peachies.
the peachy pops? That's so cool. That's Drowsy. Let's see. I still have a skein of Arbok. I know this one is Arbok.
Ooh, pretty.
So that one is purple with little red pops.
That's a little gold. It looks
like
some
snake,
gold. Very pretty.
Cobra guy.
Yes. Team Rocket. James plays with Arbok.
Yes.
Let's see. I know I'm working right now on Coughing.
Coughing is really pretty. Coughing with a K.
Okay.
Yes,
it sounds really funny. And is
He's
there a sneezing?
No,
Wheezing.
There's wheezing? Okay.
He evolves into wheezing.
Yeah,
oh my
coughing
goodness.
evolves into wheezing.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah.
So, anyway, so that's Coughing. So it's purple with some black pops. I know this one is Ghastly.
Ooh, I like Ghastly.
Right? The blue with the grays.
That's really pretty.
Yeah. Well, it's purpley blue. Indigo with the grays.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then, so this one is Muck.
Ooh, Muck is so pretty.
Oh, Muck is a pretty purple.
Right?
Lavender kind of.
Yeah.
He has a pretty purple in the thing.
He is a pretty purple. He's just like this
purple blob of muck.
Yeah. Unless you get the Alolan, the dark one, and then he's rainbow.
Yeah.
I love the rainbow one.
Me too. But this is all Kanto edition, so no rainbows.
No Alolan.
No, but he's cool.
I love that purple.
Those are the
really
5
pretty.
in this series. Like Kathleen said, we've got like a couple more sets left. They're on the website. I'll link them below. But yay!
Yay!
So that's Fuchsia City, and I'll have another one for you next time.
What does the Kanto edition mean? What is that?
So there are think of it as like different continents that Pokemon is on.
Okay.
And Kanto, and each continent has its own ecosystem and animals on it, Pokemon on it.
Uh-huh.
And so these are the Pokemon that are in the Kanto region.
Ah, right.
And in Pokemon Go, they recently opened up a bunch of Pokemon are appearing from the Alolan region, which is essentially Hawaii.
Yes.
Or the South Seas.
Yes.
So it's you got an Executor, which basically looks like an enormous palm tree with a head.
Yeah.
I like that one.
It's funny.
That one's my favorite. That's awesome. Do you have any other?
Yes.
Works in
so my other work in progress still, which next time surely will be a finished object. Surely.
Spoken with confidence.
Yeah, my Mino pullover vest.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. It goes with your dress.
Well, I would be warmer with this on.
You would be warmer.
But yeah, so this is my Mino pullover vest, and by Sylvia Watts-Cherry. This was in the By Hand magazine, the one that featured London, which is sold out everywhere now. But you can still get the patterns from the By Hand website. So I'll put that'll be down below, just like all the patterns always linked to where you can get them down below.
That's awesome.
So yay, and we carry By Hand here. I think we have Rhode Island in stock, and maybe one other.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hudson Valley, maybe. So anyway,
sounds right.
Hudson Valley.
So each issue of the By Hand magazine features an area. They have some recipes. They have interviews with local businesses, but then they also have fiber artists who were there, interviews with them, and feature articles. There's some patterns inspired by that area, and yeah.
It's a great magazine.
It's super nicely done.
Or periodical. I feel like it says,
yeah,
like these are the kinds of magazines.
Yeah,
serial. These are the kind of magazines that are really like books.
They are. Hold on to them. Yeah, they're not.
They're not lovely. Like, they're not like Us Weekly.
Transitory.
No.
Yeah, kind of the furthest from that you can imagine, right?
But yeah. So I've been working on this, and the yarn I'm using is Northlight Fibers, who was featured in the Rhode Island serial. There's Spring Street, which is their fingering weight yarn, which is why it's taken me almost a year to finish this.
It's such a nice yarn.
Gorgeous.
I wore the store sample I made in that yarn recently. One day last week I came in without
almost like cotton?
Feeling this is such...
It's cotton, but it feels like cotton, but it's nice to work.
Yes,
it's really
that's the thing. Like
delicious.
you know how
and I
cotton
don't
has
like
that
working
smoothness?
cotton.
It's like smooth and dry a little bit.
Yes, but there's like the give of wool. And it is wool. It's 100% wool.
This is just, it's an amazing...
The amount of combing they do on their fiber is just
There's no prickle to this in any way, shape, or form. And it's just...
And it wears well. Like I've made other garments with their yarn and like the ply is so nice. Yeah. It's like not... And I mean, this has been worked... I mean, this I worked a year ago and I've been working it and look at, there's like
no... carrying it around.
Pills at all.
No.
Yeah. Look at that. It looks pristine. So,
and I mean, it's just lovely. And you're almost at the shoulders.
I finished the whole back. The whole back is done. Yay. I finished the front up to the divide.
Oh my God, you're so close.
And I finished one shoulder.
Oh my goodness.
So I literally, and I set the...
You will be wearing this next episode.
I know.
100%.
I set the marker for the other shoulder. So I literally only have to do this much color work.
Oh my gosh, you're so close.
That much.
But tell me what I haven't done color work where you're actually moving the yarn on the back in so long, like color work.
Yeah.
And the way, I can get into this later, but I was doing it last night, and I love this design. I love this pattern. I don't love color work flat.
It's so funny. I don't mind color work flat, but it's the way that I hold my yarn.
It's the purl side that's the problem. The knit side is not. Yeah, I need to watch you do it then because
it's the way I hold my pearls.
Yeah, I was scared of that. I have to say, and nervous about it. But I figured once I got to the divide for the tops of the bags, I'd want the garment so much I could do it.
It's worth it. And
the motivation is going to be like, oh.
But it did take, I'd say, an inch or two to get into, which is why I started on the back.
Smart.
Yeah, not to have
because my tension was a little wonk, like whatever.
But also, you're doing it in fingering weight well, so even if your tension is a little wonk, that's why you block it.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, everybody's color work is always going to look a little bit crinkly until you block it. Like, that's when it looks perfect.
But now, I mean, this amount of color work flat is more than we've done so far.
Oh, yeah, because this is overall.
Yeah, so I mean, now... I don't have a problem with it, and
I love the way the inside looks.
I think it would be more challenging if you were changing between knits and purls on one row.
And that's part of it.
Yeah, that would
part of it
might be a little bit of a challenge.
So what color are you going to do the edging in?
The mint. Yeah.
And is it a round? I can't remember if it's a round or V.
It's a round.
Oh, nice. So you don't even have to deal with like a miter.
Once I finish the color work and then I pick up, then it's a conference call project. Right? Because it's
just ribbing.
Knits, 2 knits, 2 purls. And it's done on a size, this is a 4?
That ribbing looks so
This is a 3.
lovely.
And I think this is on a 1.5.
And that's unblocked,
it looks
too.
so lovely.
Yes.
This is going to be
gorgeous. So I think, just do 2x2 rib for like an inch on a 1.5. And that's conference call for a week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It'll get done.
So you get it picked up.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, perfect.
I can't wait to have this as a conference call project.
Yay! Soon. Yes. You're like 30 rows from
right
it being
now,
a conference call project.
Gaslit is my conference call project.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yep. So anyway, that's all I have. I'm really not going to start anything else until I finish that. But I've got things in the queue.
That's pretty good.
Can't wait.
I'm super boring. I don't have very much.
I'll pass it to you, and then I will also go. I apologize.
I'm glad we got to chat a little more than last time.
I know.
Yeah. But it's good.
I'll see you guys later.
So it's a 2/3 Amanda.
It's 2/3.
2/3 Amanda.
Probably half.
So Amanda has gone off to her thing, so I'm going to talk about my whips, which are the same whips that I've talked about like the last 4 times, because I don't know, I feel like I need to like get my act together, but also I'm easily distracted.
Whips. They're big whips.
Well, I also spent like, I don't know, like an hour and a half looking through like various random favorites that I've favorited on Ravelry to see if any of them are like, I'm just very good at distracting myself.
I know the feeling.
Where I'm like, I could work on this, or I could just like futz around and do this. So, here we have my retro pullover, which I am, doesn't look like I'm almost done with the sleeve, but I actually am almost done with the sleeve. So, because it's decreasing. I'm like, I've got like 8 balls of yarn attached.
Yikes.
I shouldn't say 8, just 2. Just 2.
But
so
many cords and things.
Many cords and things, and I have my pearl strings holding my other sleeve.
Yay.
So I did the sleeve caps, I did the body, so basically everything.
It's just cruising from here.
It's just cruising. And so I'm working on the sleeve and determining that, and then that's actually going quite fast. And then I'll go back to the body. So this is the retro pullover by Stephannie Tallent in Germantown Natural, I believe.
Yep.
And this was our sweater class, so I will finish it. I actually, like, this is the kind of sweater that I would totally, like, bring with me up to the Cape because it gets so chilly in the evenings, and, like, I would have this instead of, like, a piece of outerwear. Throw it over a dress kind of thing. So that's kind of my goal, is to finish it by, you know, as soon as I can. We'll see how that goes.
And I think doing the sleeves first maybe makes sense in this case, right? It's just like, go ahead and finish, because then the body you can just...
Because then the body I can just, like, it's just a straight rectangle now. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
And I don't need to really keep track of rows, because the chart's the chart, right? It is what
exactly.
I've got it now. But in the meantime, this is my conference call knitting, or like TV knitting, because I don't have to think at this point. And this is the Felix pullover in La Bien-Aimée Cory Confetti Graybow 2, and I actually need to measure this against my current Felix, which is in Lucky Tweed, to determine length, because I think I only have like an inch or so left of stockinette, and then I'll be out the ribbing, and then I'll do the sleeves.
Nice.
So this sucker is going to get finished relatively soon.
Yeah.
But again, it's stockinette in the round, so on a big needle, so it just goes quickly.
Yeah, there you go. So
I've been toggling between these two. And that's it.
Cool.
That's all I got.
Cool.
But I am preparing for what Kathleen is working on. Whips.
And actually, I just realized I'm going to grab this basket down here.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we've got a whole basket and my little...
And your little baby mini shawl.
My little mini shawl, which I'm not going to take off. We can just kind of show.
No, it's so
from
cute.
Here.
Look at this little kerchiefy.
So this is the Out-Stranding shawl by Christie Archer, which is the Love and Stitches and Yarnia knit along pattern that we're going to be doing. We're starting on April 4th.
I love this baby shawl.
Isn't this so fun? I just wanted to play with it. So many people were like, oh, I can't imagine what it's going to look like. I'm like, you know what? Let me just play with it with our colors. Yeah. So that's what I did here. And now the thing I'm working on is a full-size store sample. Woohoo! So I'm sure, you know, there are certain kits when we ordered the yarn for the kits, we didn't know what the winner was going to be. And it turned out the winner was a pattern that uses one full skein and then minis, or partial skeins. And so we wound up being able to get some additional yarn for the main color, because we had twice as much as we needed of the mini colors in a way. So that is what we're calling the signature kit, the Yarnia plus Love and Stitches.
So this is grapefruit and
geranium.
And
modern fair isle.
Which is so cute. And that's what you're doing the sample in.
That is what, this
and that's what the little mini baby is in.
Exactly.
Love.
Yeah. And it looks like I'm going to have enough actually for the body of this, even though I used some of it for that. Christy did make a note in the pattern that you probably need all, if you do a swatch, you probably want to frog it. Yeah. So we'll see. We got some more of that from Tosh though, so I've got enough to do more. So there are 6 colorways altogether, and because some of the solids sold out, we made some tweaks to some of the colorways. So
we have like a second run of a couple of the colorways, which I actually think is really kind of fun because also then like everybody's shawl is different.
Exactly. So the signature combo is in Tosh Sock, and so is Now Neutrals.
Nice.
And that we've got a few more of.
I love that brown. Is that Whiskey Barrel?
Glazed Pecan.
Glazed Pecan.
And Great Gray Owl. And then it's so funny because I had gotten this one originally, the Now Neutrals, but then this was another one that I put together, and I'm going with this instead.
That one is so you.
It's so me. It really is. And I think part of it because it is our spring Shawl KAL.
Yeah.
If you've gotten a kit, post your yarn with the gotten our pulled together kit. The hashtag is Spring Shawl KAL 2022.
Excellent.
And we are gonna, Natalie will be putting about prizes on her website. I'm sure we'll have something on our website as well.
This is going to be a really fun knit along, and you can go to our website and find out all about it. If you get in our newsletter, you've got information about it, and also check out Natalie at Lemon Stitches because she's talking about it too.
Yep. And she's going to have kind of full details on her website about it. We're going to have
kicks off April 4th.
Exactly, Monday, April 4th. She's going to be doing something during the day. We're going to be doing something here in the evening. And then she's going to have some classes associated with it. We're going to have some additional, knit along meetups here. And also, any of our regular either in-person or online knit nights.
Yeah.
You're always welcome to knit along on either one of our projects or something else you're working on.
Totally.
But
100%.
This one is called Whiskey Sour.
I like that. That's Whiskey Barrel.
That's Whiskey Barrel.
I love
exactly.
that
And
too.
Tart and Librarian's Dream.
Nice.
And I'm really excited, especially after doing this one, which is so pale.
Yes.
I think that was the main reason I changed.
You have a springy one that you did for the store, and then you have a very Kathleen one.
Yeah, which is more kind of autumnal, which is kind of my general palette.
Yeah.
And then we did 3 in Tosh Merino Light, and the most popular TML kit has been one that Amanda put together. So we've got a light, and this is one of the colors that changed. We're going with Antler now, and Copper Pink Solid with Copper Stellina, which is gorgeous.
Yes, it's got sparkles.
And Rocinante. This is so pretty. And I like both of them. I think
the
other one was even more of a subtle gradation.
Yeah.
I think it looks just as nice with the kind of creamy background.
Yeah, totally.
So this is Isn't It Romantic 2.
Love it.
Because there was no more of the yarn we originally used as the lightest color for that. And then the blues.
The blues!
Also has changed a little bit. Some kits have Hepburn, some have Antler as the lightest color.
Antler
and then
is such a pretty color though.
It is, and it kind of,
goes.
some of them were more blue than others. The ones that had a blue cast I put in these kits.
I love them.
And then we've got
because this is another...
That one's one with Hepburn.
That's
is
one with Hepburn.
From the first batch.
Yeah.
And then, actually, what are the other ones? And, they do vary sometimes, but it's generally the same area.
This is Passionate, which is Tosh Merino Light. And it's so pretty, the purples.
I think that's the last one that has this multi in it, which is 11 Light, I think.
11 Light, but
and
I
then
actually
we're going
really
with
like
Antler
it
again.
with Antler.
Yep. And then Elizabeth Taylor and Medieval.
So pretty.
So, so those are...
They're on the website.
They're on the website. We definitely are getting down to limited quantities of some of them, but like we always say, if you want help picking out a skein, and a few people have either come in or emailed us pictures, we do love to do that. And
totally.
This will be a pretty quick knit, so even if you don't quite get it all together to have everything to cast on by April 4th, if you get started within a week or so of that, you'll catch up.
You'll be able to catch up.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is the thing. You're not wed to these kits. You're not wed to this yarn. You can absolutely, if you have a special skein that you want to use as the main color, and you want to pick 2 contrasting colors, come in or ask us. Send us a picture. And I say, wait, and I say us, I mean Kathleen. Because Kathleen is you're so
and sometimes
good
Amanda, actually.
And sometimes Amanda.
It was funny, one request came in, I think it was a Friday afternoon or something, or it was just such a busy day, I didn't get into email till 4, and I had someplace to be at 5, so I'm like, Amanda, you're in the store this weekend, take a look at this and please help, and she did a great job. So, but
Which is so fun to do. It's so fun to do that.
Well, it's so fun because we all want to use all these colors, and to be able to help other people do it, it's almost as good as doing it yourself. It really is.
Totally
it's like,
because you're even if this isn't for me, look at the pretty colors that we put together.
Look how pretty. And it's the fun of pulling it together without actually having to do all of the knitting.
Without having to do the actual, but still being able to see it at the end when you guys send us pictures.
Exactly. Yep. Or come in and show off their new.
So definitely,
project.
this is the one where I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
And you're kind of thinking you'll see what's.
I'm thinking I'll see what's left,
and maybe you pull a skein from your stash too and find other things.
I gotta look
to work with.
I gotta look at my stash to see, because I do have some Tosh Merino Light and I have some Tosh Soft, but I also have some other things, and I'm always good with mixing brands. I know some people don't like to do that, but I have no problem.
No.
And I'm also looking over there at the Tosh wall and looking and seeing like, oh, that's a pretty color. Oh, that's a pretty color.
Well, and originally we did plan on having more kits from different brands, but part of it is because we are splitting the skeins, and we're doing that to keep the cost down for everybody.
Yeah.
These are $65 a kit. If it were a full skein of each of these, it would be close to 90.
Yeah.
So the 65 is a definitely more approachable price point for a lot of people, and we want as many people as possible to be in this knit along.
Right. This is a super fun knit along, and I think it's going to be really great. And it goes from April 4th till
May 26th.
May 26th.
I finally have that date in my head.
There we go.
We were saying May 31st, but then we realized that it conflicted with some Memorial Day kickoff. So we're wrapping up right before Memorial Day. One of the fun things we'll be doing is having Natalie's going to be hosting like a cast-off party.
Oh, fun.
On that Thursday. So yeah, well, all of that is coming together, and
that'll be great.
Read more about
I love that.
Yeah.
So it's a super fun. It'll be a super fun knit along. I gotta figure out. I gotta make a decision.
You have almost 2 weeks though, so it's
almost.
Almost. Well, by the time this comes out, about a week. So
I'll have about a week.
Yeah. And also,
I'm a last-minute decision maker.
If by the time this comes out, it'll be a little bit more than a week before. If you do want a kit from us, go ahead and order it. I mean, if it's one of these kits, we're going to know what it's for, and we're going to... I've been shipping like every other day lately. We usually ship twice a week.
Yeah, so hopefully you'll have it in hand.
I've been trying to keep up with things, and we've got somebody helping us with shipping now too. So, we're doing our best to get them all out as soon as possible.
Yeah, that'll be good. We should also talk about our giveaway.
We should, exactly. We have to talk about who won last time and what our new giveaway is. Yeah, so let's go ahead. And I'll move this over here.
There we go.
Aside. Actually, I have one more. Let me just show really quickly before we do that. I have one more work in progress. Because
more whips.
It's one of those things where I, when you've got something big coming up, like when we were doing Saraya, I was like, I know Saraya is starting in 2 weeks. I'll make Gene a sweater. Right?
Yeah,
because
I
did. Well, I had been wanting to make him a sweater, and he really has been appreciating it. He's been wearing it a lot.
Oh, good.
But sometimes you want to cast on something that's kind of quick, right? And the Felix always is quick.
I do love the Felix.
Yeah,
clearly.
So I have had this pattern in my head for a while. There's a cowl I want to do, and I'm playing around with names, but basically, it is Juniper Moon Celestina.
Just such a pretty
yarn. Which is so nice to work with. Oh my goodness. I know we say that all the time, but literally, I was in the TV room working on this and like oohing and eyeing over this yarn, and she's like, is everything okay in there?
You're like, it's just so pretty.
It's so nice. It's just so nice. So Celestina is...
I love that color.
60 isn't that pretty, that green?
Ugh.
60 virgin cashmere, 26% merino, and 14% nylon. And it's a chainette construction, and it's kind of cool. It's almost like a cube. It's like
neat.
It's like a 4-stitch I-cord or something almost. Just see the way if you look at it really closely.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It is.
It's like square. It's almost, but it feels so soft, and it's got such a nice bounce back.
Gorgeous.
And this is 4 of the probably 8 colors that we have. This is a really gorgeous red too. Their palette is really nice. It's a pretty limited palette, but it's nice. And I loved the gray, and literally when we got this in, sometimes you just like see something and I'm like, I know what I want to do with that. And I looked to see if the pattern existed. It didn't. So I'm doing a cowl with an I-cord cast on.
Ooh.
And then some broken rib, and I'm going to do an I-cord bind off too.
Love it.
So I played around with it a lot over the weekend to, to get the right sizing for the I-cord relative to the body and all of that. And so this is definitely going to be a fall thing, but hey, I'll actually be ready early for fall.
But that'll be a great like gifty right? Something to use up a special. Oh my goodness, my phone is being a pain in the patootie. Something to use up a special ball or a special skein or like something like.
Yeah, so the one thing I
precious.
do, this probably is going to wind up being 2. I think it's going to wind up, because with the amount that I got, I used about 2/3 of one ball in the sample that I did, and it was, and this is, I'm doing it as like a 24-inch cowl. So we'll see. We'll play around with it and see, but it just feels so nice. So I hope this comes together. We will
I think
find
that's
out.
Gorgeous.
I just, and it's funny, this sort of reminded me of it. This is a sort of a version of Broken Rib, this
like
texture pattern. And that was part of why I was like, oh yeah, I have that ball of Celestina that I've been wanting to do that pattern for.
It's so funny how things kind of interconnect like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, so that has been...
That'll be so pretty.
So that was like my, oh yeah, when Gina pressed me the other day when I was like, all right, when I finished this, like, what should I work on? He said, I'm sure you must have some whips around. Oh yes, I do.
Oh, he knows. Oh, he knows.
I do have some whips around.
I know, I love it.
So now let's talk about
our giveaway. You guys were so good with the meal prep ideas.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Loved it. So many great ideas. So many like smart tricks.
Well, lots of different people, doing either an app or watching YouTube videos for inspiration. One of the most popular was letting your husband do it.
I agree. I love that.
I was like, yep,
that's my favorite way.
And then, DoorDash and Grubhub.
Yep, DoorDash and Grubhub are pretty awesome solutions as well. There we go. I don't know why the silence didn't work on my phone.
Somebody had a fun idea. She lets her kids do the meal planning. Like, she has the final, and literally, like putting stuff in her cart for her,
I have a friend whose
shopping.
Son makes dinner 4 times a week. He's 13.
Wow. 4 times a week.
Such a good cook.
Wow, that's great.
And I'm like, nice. Can Sheehan come over to our house and cook for us? And he's like, sure thing, Miss Jen. And I was like, thanks, Sheehan.
Nice.
Then he doesn't show up on time. And I was like, all right. Jonathan, it's you.
So if you are looking for meal planning ideas, definitely take a look through the comments on episode 72 because there were a lot of good ones. A lot of people doing things with components and things. And other people saying, I live alone, so I don't have to worry. There definitely were people who were going to make your peanut butter toast and green beans.
Tell me what you think. I mean, it's really just I need protein, some carbohydrates, and some veggies.
Yep.
I do not recommend mixing them all together because that's kind of gross.
Though actually, sauteed green beans with a peanut sauce could be kind of good, actually.
Yeah, it could be a little
soy sauce.
like a soy.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Or sesame.
Yeah. Ooh, might have to do that.
That sounds good.
So, put together a whole spreadsheet last night and did our drawing, and our winner is Maureen Hollian, who plans while she is shopping. Yay! Congratulations, Maureen.
Congratulations.
Just to remind you all, what Maureen is winning is a copy of Worsted.
Yay!
Yeah, so... email us at hello@shopyarnia.com and we will go ahead and get this right out to you. So
absolutely.
You can check out all the gorgeous patterns in here and hopefully be inspired to make something, in Corey worsted or another worsted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
For the fall, probably, at this point. Unless, depending on where you live. Maybe you're in a really cool climate.
I mean, also, I feel like a worsted weight shawl could be like a good summer project, right? Where you're just like, this is in preparation for the coming fall.
Yeah. I went to that family party on Sunday, and this was not quite dry. It was like, if it had been dry, I would have had it with me.
Perfect.
Good thing to put on the back of your chair while you're out mingling with people and everything.
Well, and I was gonna say, if you work in an office and you're back in the office, you always need the office shawl, office blanket, because it's often so dang cold, the air conditioning, and that, when I left Penguin, I deeded my office shawl to my former assistant, which I hope she still has. I should actually text her and find out. Be like, Dana, do you still have it? Just because things are always freezing in an office.
Oh, yes, usually. Yeah, very unpredictable.
So we should talk a little bit about what we have new in store. We have a super fun thing that's new in store, and then we can do maybe a giveaway from there. Do we know what
actually, do we want to talk about one of our new yarns first?
Yeah, let's do that. Well, that's a new in store,
Yeah, that's a new in store, yep.
So we are starting to get... or have gotten a bunch of new spring yarns, including this really, really pretty Katya Concept, or Concept by Katya, Cotton Cashmere, which is, where is it? There we go, 90% cotton and 10% cashmere.
It feels so nice. It's got a really nice hand.
So nice. So this, it feels a little bit similar in fiber makeup to the Rowan Cotton Cashmere, which is a DK weight. But the ply is different on this one, and it's a little bit finer, I would say. Yeah. What did you say?
It's sport to fingering.
Sport to fingering.
Yeah.
So this would make a beautiful, like, summer tea.
I was thinking about this for the sole. I have to,
for the sole. Like, look at those neutrals. So pretty.
Yep.
See if we can see them up there. And then there's like a sagey green and a really pretty, like, creamy white.
This reminds me of Amarula that Zoe used to be in. That's one of those discontinued colors. And this nice pale pink.
Yeah, and it's like a little bit tonal too.
I love that.
This blue is so
pretty.
Beautiful.
That's a blue even I would wear.
I feel like these three
aqua.
blues would make a cute stripey something, and then you could do like
I know. I love it when I was putting them all together in the bag. I know they combined in really nice ways.
Such pretty colors,
and they're just pretty on their own too.
So these are 50-gram balls. They're 170 yards, and this is just like a nice little, like, do a quickie spring something or other, or summer something or other, or shawl. Like, how pretty would this be in a shawl?
Yeah,
right.
That would be gorgeous. And actually, I noticed on this label, it's kind of fun, and I haven't seen this on too many. Well, I feel like I've seen it on some British brands. They've actually got a little thing saying if you're making a 42-inch bust short sleeve top, you would need 7.
Isn't that clever?
It's so nice. It's just to give you an idea. So
that is such a good idea.
And I hope
gives you a ballpark.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, obviously will vary depending on your exact pattern, but just like you said, give you a ballpark. Yeah. So that is one of our new in stores.
I do love this pink.
Yeah.
It's so pretty too.
And we restocked Summer Solstice. We've got a lot of those colors coming in, the one we talked about earlier. And I think there's more still coming in. There were some colors that we sold out of last year that we haven't gotten back yet.
And I think there were some new colors for the year. And of course, Zoe, one of our favorite cotton linens.
That we've gotten a ton of Zoe in already. Love
we will be getting Mojave from Calborn Woolens, which is a really gorgeous cotton linen as well. And
that's fingering.
Well, and we'll let you know when that comes in.
But the other really fun thing we have, and I didn't show before because I knew we'd talk about it now, Skein Coats.
I love Skein Coats.
So,
how cute are they?
If you're working with something with cakes, it's such a great way to keep your yarn kind of all together, and this is what is going to be our giveaway this month. And excuse me, that is Haley. I just wanted to be sure she was going to make it to class today. Yeah, she was not feeling great. Okay, she's going to Zoom from her room. Okay. Nice that that's still an option.
So Skein Coats are these stretchy little snug tubes that fit over your cake. Because you know how sometimes, especially with like a slidey yarn or spring yarns especially.
Or even just like this is, you've got 3 cakes of yarn in your bag at the same time. It's like, I feel like they bump into each other and they kind of make each other looser. They just kind of get
You don't want
sloppy.
to get them tangled, or they, you know, if you're pulling from the center, they tend to collapse in on each other. And then like, I tend to rewind my balls. But not everybody wants to do that. And also, like, sometimes I don't want to rewind.
And it's just more time where you could be knitting. I mean, I certainly do that as well, I rewind. But I've probably used 80% of the skein. And look at how it's still so organized. It keeps it so together. Yeah. So these little tubey tubes are super cute, and we have a bunch of patterns, including Yarnia, custom Yarnia. Lindsay, who makes these, we were emailing like when we first got these in.
I'll hold them up.
Yeah, I was like, and I'll hold the Yarnia ones. I was like, ooh, we've had Yarnia fabric before. Would you ever do them in custom fabric? She said, I would love to do that. So I did order some of our Yarnia print, and she made regular size, and these are for 50-gram minis.
I love
which
the minis.
Is perfect for the knit along.
Perfect.
So these guys are $6. The big are either 8 or 9 depending on the fabric.
Yep.
And they're just really fun, and these are on our website.
Really cute. But they're so handy, and you can use them not just on cakes, but you can use them on the bullet skeins that occasionally like collapse on each other. Anything that you need to keep together, like that kind of guy.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
And it's very cool how it just that little bit of outside pressure It just keeps it nice and tidy.
It together. And it also just, like you said, when you're working with multiple colors, it just keeps them like neat in your bag. Mm-hmm. One of those really handy things that you don't think of until you're like, man, I wish I, like, until you either see them or you're like, I really wish like my yarn wouldn't get all like, prevents yarn growth. Mm-hmm. So
we're gonna give away 2 of these. So say which one you would pick, just like we did with the pearl strings, the previous episode.
Donuts. We have this little like kind of Bargella print called Saturday Night Fever,
which I love.
We have the Fleurs, which is Central Park in spring. Mm-hmm. Knitted sweaters. How cute are these?
Knitted sweaters.
Set up with little sockies.
Yep.
And then
Yarnia, big and small. Yeah. And there are a few other new ones as well. We didn't pull all of them, but they're really fun and actually would be really handy for the knit along. We didn't get ton of these little ones, but if you guys love them, we'll definitely restock them. Yeah. So they're really cute.
So fun.
They're fun.
Love it.
Actually, I think next time I'm going to do the Yarnia print even smaller. I think that would be really cute if it was like really all
like
over.
A smaller scale.
Yep, exactly.
There's the word I'm looking for. I love that.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Oh, and actually another thing we got from Lindsay of Precious Knits is DPN holders, which, not being a DPN person myself, the other thing you can use them for is your tips. And I really find, especially with sort of a lacy, like an open gauge shawl. I mean, a lot of times something like this, you just slide your work down and just stick it all in the bag. Having done that and you wind up with a big pull in your shawl sometime, it's so nice to be able to throw them in here. And I just loved this print so much that it was like, I know what I could use that for.
Well, and it's also really handy if you're, a sock knitter, even if you're doing magic loop.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Same thing, yeah. So let me unsnap. And I love the way, like, it's got 2 snaps on one end, so you don't wind up having things poking through. So just for any circular needles. And it's long enough to fit 8-inch double points. So if that's what you have, they will fit. But it also fits these.
I love it. That pattern is so cute.
Isn't that so cute? We got, I don't know, like, this was sort of an add-on to our order, and we just ordered from what she had in stock. There were some kitties that are really cute that actually look so much like the Cat Trinkles gauges and things.
You have like a whole
we'll make a little set of those when we get new Cat Trinkles in.
A kitty set.
And there were these knit prints. There are a couple of different knit prints, and they're pretty self-explanatory, but they will be on our website as well.
Awesome.
So really fun.
Or you can always pop in the store and see what we got here.
Exactly.
Check it out.
Yeah.
And we have a whole little display of the Skein Coats on our little spinning thing.
Spinner. Yep.
But it's great. So we have a lot of fun stuff coming, and don't forget to mark your calendars for the Wool Walk.
If you're local. And actually, that is one thing. I know last year we had a few people asking if we were going to be able to do anything. I mean, we will do the trivia night again. That's one thing that we'll do that other people can participate.
Yeah.
But Wool Walk tends to be so kind of crazy and frantic in the store.
Yeah.
We can't really share the sales with folks online because literally
it's in store
at the same time that somebody could be picking up yarn here in person, somebody could be ordering it.
Yeah.
And literally, I only get on the computer a few times a day during Wool Walk because we're out here checking people out, restocking baskets of yarn and things.
It's busy.
And it's
busy.
Really busy.
So, I mean, the other nice thing about Wool Walk is that if you're in the tri-state area, or at least where we are, like, if you're in Pennsylvania or New York or Connecticut.
Oh, yeah, we definitely have customers who come from Pennsylvania for it.
Folks come, and, I mean, the beauty part about New Jersey is that it's really drivable.
Yeah.
So, 20 stores in New Jersey, you can actually do that.
Mm-hmm. Or
but the other thing is,
come here and pick a few others you've always wanted to visit. Right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're pretty centrally located. We're easy off the highways. But the other thing is that if you're much farther afield, look around and find a local.
See when the yarn crawl is in your area.
Yeah, a yarn crawl in your area. There are a lot around the country. They're all at different times of year. It just depends. But they're super fun, and it's just great to see because every shop has a different vibe. There's a bajillion yarns out there, and one store can't carry them all. And
it's almost like kind of a mini festival atmosphere because depending on the weather, people wear some of the things they're proudest of.
Showing off,
and it's people love to be complimented on what they're wearing and are happy to tell you about their patterns and all of that. So
it's fun. Everybody's having a good time. It's that
very congenial atmosphere, very kind of
everyone is having a good time.
Yeah.
Plus, we have some giveaway prizes. We're going to do one a day.
We're going to do one a day. I do love that. I love love that we're going to switch it up and do the one a day.
In store.
That is in store as well.
It's in store.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing about yarn crawls and wool walks is that the goal is to get people in your store.
Yeah.
So we are,
and like we said, we thought about trying to do it where we shared some of the sales online, and we just realized from
logistics are tricky.
I mean, because basically you could be buying things that then somebody was in line in the store waiting to check out with. So we just don't have, even though we have a lot of staff members and everyone works really hard, it's just not really feasible.
We're all pulling from the same space, which is the store, as opposed to some places have a store and a warehouse. And pulling from two different spots.
Yeah.
But regardless, we hope that we're gonna be able to see you.
Yeah.
And it'll be super exciting. And is there anything else before we go for the day?
I think that is it.
I think that's it.
Yeah. So let us know.
Forget.
Let us know which skein coat you would like. And we will. We'll pick somebody. We'll pick 2 winners from those who comment about the Skein Coats.
Perfect. So we're giving away 2 Skein Coats.
We are giving away 2 Skein Coats.
Better odds. And then also don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Click the little alarm bell for notifications as the yarn goes tumbling. And also follow us online. We're Shop Yarnia on Instagram and Facebook, and our website is shopyarnia.com. You can sign up for our newsletter by scrolling all the way down to the bottom
of any page on our website.
Any page on our website.
There's a little thing in the lower right-hand corner. And don't forget about the spring shawl knit along with Yarnia and 11 Stitches. That is something that everyone can participate in no matter where you are. So that's one of the things that's really fun about it.
Hashtag spring shawl KAL 2022. Yep. So, at the very least, you can follow that hashtag.
Yeah. And both Natalie and we are going to be giving away a couple of prizes. And
fun.
Based on use of the hashtag is definitely one of the things. So, we're just
post your yarn.
Post your yarn. Post the start of your project.
Post your swatch.
But also do not start before April 4th. That's one of the requirements.
No casting on until April 4th.
Don't actually cast on your shawl. Okay. Swatching is fine if you would like to swatch.
Yeah.
But, so that's
awesome.
That's it. All right.
So thanks for
watching,
joining us.
everybody.
We'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.